this is Jordan, the Tattooed Stitcher. I'm back for another cross-stitching update. It's been 2 weeks since my last video. I had all the right intentions to film last week, and then I came off my weekend of like 24 hours of work in the sun, and I was just dead. I was dead, burnt out, couldn't do it. So, and I didn't have a lot of stitching to show anyways, so I thought I would just wait another week, and I made it back. This is our one not busy day of the week, so I thought I'd take advantage of it. I have been spending most of this day, all of this day so far, in this room, sewing up a storm and having a lot of fun. So I do have one finish, and one new start, and one whip, and that's it. I know, there's, what, 3 projects? 3 projects to show, which is kind of crazy. I normally have a lot, but life is so busy right now. I'm just trying to keep up. And this is what I was able to accomplish. I did do quite a lot of sewing. Sewing is not easier than stitching, but I just found myself very restless a lot of times when I did have time at home. I couldn't just sit and stitch. Like, I just had to be moving and doing something. So, and I don't really have a lot to show you in the sewing department because I sent a lot of it off in the mail already. But I did make quite a lot of quilted project bags for family and friends, and I did do a table runner that I'll show you today, and I did make some bags that I will be posting on on my Instagram. I will be posting bags on my D-Stash page. It's tattooed_stitcher_D-Stash. I will link it in my stories on my normal page, but I will be posting bags in the future on my D-Stash page. So I will show you at the end of the video which bags those are. I feel like I'm just kind of all over the place right now. Okay, so let's start with my finish. I never remember to grab these gum clips. Oh, and I appreciate all your sweet messages of people worried about me because I did miss the video last week. I'm alive. I'm just trying to survive right now. Life is chaotic. Okay, so my finish, and I think it was a start after my last video, so you haven't even seen it at all, I don't think. I restarted, and where's the chart? The chart is in my file down here. I not restarted because I did stitch previously. Let me grab it here. Lollies, Crows, and Candy Corns from With Thy Needle and Thread. I did stitch it last year. This is what it looks like, the one I stitched last year. It's super cute. I do love it. I haven't done the little bow under the bat yet. This is just stitched on a 36 count flax, I think, from Zweigart, and it is adorable. This is stitched as charted, and I do love it. But I saw Audrey Marine, who's Stitch Stitch Bead. She stitched it on this amazing green from XG Designs, and I was like immediately just in love, and I had to do it again on the green. So here's what it looks like. It is stitched on 40 count. This is 40 count oil green from XG Designs, and I stitched it in a full color conversion. I hope the color is not washing out so you can see this great ghost. The ghost is stitched in a gifted strand couple of strands of a speckled thread from Roxy Floss. It was like in their monthly club flosses. But the speckle is so great. It's like random little bits of color and looks like he's got, you know, candy floating around in him. What is that ghost? Ghosts are made of ectoplasm. And then I changed all the colors in everything. All of the colors are different. They're just floss from my stash. I wanted to add this great bright purple. This one here does have a purple. I don't know what purple it is though that I used. Maybe it's the same one. And then I wanted to add this bright pink. And I mean, it's just, this is the difference if you want to see them side by side. I think this is the first time I've ever stitched something twice. So this is 40 and this is 36, not a huge size difference. But I love it so much. Every time I saw this on my stand, I just like was giggling looking at it, and my husband was like, "You really like that one? It's really making you happy?" It's like, yes, everything about it is making me so happy. I just love it. It did take me kind of a long time to stitch, the 2 full weeks, but I mean, that wasn't every day stitching, obviously. But I mean, it just shows how little of stitching time I'm actually getting lately. But I love it, and I can't wait to decorate with it this year. Okay, now we'll do this whip. I worked a tiny bit on my red sampler that I'm stitching with Audrey, which is Mary Cornwall. Let me find it. I'm stitching this on 46 count subdued creme brulee from Tabby Cat with SWA 103 523. Not a ton got done on this one. I did do some more letters, and I finished one of the little borders. It's not a very big one. I need to cut the fabric down. It's making me crazy. But this fabric is so great. There wasn't a lot of modeling here in this little section, so I tried to have it close to the border to get this, you know, in it. But I'll have to find another project that'll use more of this great modeling. So yeah, I really love having a red sampler on the go. This little board is going to be a problem. Okay, and my last whip I worked on this a lot. I just started her and I couldn't stop. There's something so great about, I'm not a monogamous stitcher, and I never have been, but there's something that was so relaxing about just like having one project downstairs and not thinking about what I'm working on or wondering which project I'm gonna pull out later. Like it was there, it was ready to go, and I just stitched. And so like I kept saying, I think I said to multiple friends that I'm feeling jealous of monogamous stitchers right now, because sometimes I really want to be a monogamous stitcher. So my new start, let me put it on the board first. Oh, I just love her. I was not anticipating starting her, but I just couldn't resist. I'd gotten all the colors in like the week before, and I just couldn't resist. And that is Rose Ada Featherstone. She's an exclusive to Hobby House Needleworks from Hands Across the Sea. She's not out of print. You can still get her chart. It's readily available from Hobby House. But I got all the silks in, and they're just, the colors are just so great. We'll stay done up you. And I was just like, I already have the fabric, I have the silks, I have everything. I just want to stitch her. So I started her one morning before I left for work last weekend, and I was just thinking about it all day at work. I was like, I can't wait to get back and stitch. And then I didn't stitch for the next 3 days because work was a lot. So she's being stitched on 46 count. Shoot. What is this? It's an extrude. Rocky Mountain. Extrude Designs Rocky Mountain. Look how much I did. I can do a lot when I only have one project out for like a week. I completed the border and there was no border mistakes. I have border trauma, you all know, I think it's healed now because I've now done like 3 borders and they've all met. So we're good to go on borders now. But I just started on the border and I just couldn't stop. I was like, I want to see how big she really is. And I mean, if you look at it, she's not a humongous sampler. Hands Across the Sea can be scary because they seem like they're going to be ginormous, but she's not. She's a very nice sized chart. I mean, obviously this is 46 count. If you do it on something else, it'll be bigger, but she's not overwhelming and scary. Once you get the border and you're like, oh, she's not that bad, because there's like 2 trees here and a couple things here. The house is the biggest part, and I've already got the whole roof done because it's only every other stitch, which is really nice. Look at this purple and pink flower. Isn't that so fun? The green is like a lime green and the pink in the border is like salmon pink. It's just so fun. I don't know. I'm just loving it. And this fabric is a dream to work on. I love X Jude fabric. If you have never tried it, please go try her fabric. It's addicting and it smells so freaking good. But I love it. I'm so happy. And just seeing her out, I'm like, oh, I want to work on you some more. I just love it. I love it. So that was the only other project that I worked on in the last 2 weeks. Can you guys believe that? Oh, it's a little stressful. That's all I have to show. So because that's all I had to show, I thought I would show something else that's really fun. We'll get to that. Let me put this away. I do have a tiny bit of haul I will show really quick. Ooh, it's crushing. I got my Belsois, oh my gosh, my Belsois monthly club threads from Just Stitching, and they were all these great blues. That's pretty. So we got Chester's blue, petticoat blue, and midnight. Very pretty. You can always find a use for blues, especially if you're stitching like patriotic or summer. Love those. And then my other haul was, I am part of the Dying to Stitch. I can't remember the exact name of it. The Stitchers kit club of some sort. And we got our second kit, which was this chart from Antique Sampler. Oh, Cross Stitch Antiques. Rachel De La Rue. It's just like a simple sampler. I think this would be really nice to have up around like Valentine's Day because there's lots of reds and pinks and whites. And it did come fully kitted. Sorry, I put the thread list in the way. There we go. It did come kitted. There was a couple of full skeins and then the rest were not full skeins. And the fabric I think is just a, I think they just said it was a basic Zweigart. I'm not sure what color though, and it's a 36 count. So that was my only other part of haul. I don't really have plans. I do, well, I have a little bit of plans. Because the last few weeks I really enjoyed just having a handful of projects downstairs and just that's what I have to work on the next, week or so. It just took the choice of projects, it just eliminated that for me. That it's like stupid to say that it's a stress, but it was. And so I'm going to do that again. And I forgot to bring up the one project I already took downstairs. One of those projects is Ann Morrison, which is one of my Hands Across the Sea. She's already downstairs and I forgot to bring her up. But I'm going to be working on her the next week. And then I also pulled a new start because I finished my little Halloween small. I wanted another Halloween small. And I will show you what I've chosen. Oh geez, nope, get off. Where are you? Oh my heck. My iPad is not obeying me. Oh my heck. Okay. So the small, the next Halloween, I'm doing another Halloween small. It wasn't Like, I'm only stitching Halloween. It's just what I felt like grabbing. And it will be October 31st from Kathy Barrick. I thought this chart was much bigger than it actually is. So I actually bought all the NPI thinking it was much bigger, and it's really small. So that's fun. These are the NPI. I got them on drops. Got all these great oranges. And I went back and forth on what fabric to stitch it on, and my heart kept saying, green again. More green. Look how green. All the colors will look so good on it. And then I also pulled this dark brown from Mason Linens. So I was like, oh, that's also really great. But I think it's going to be the green. What else am I going to use this green for if not Halloween stuff? I'll just put them in separate bowls when I'm decorating. It's fine. So I'm going to use this green. And I thought I would save this brown one. This is my idea for which chart might look really good on this dark brown fabric. And I already have all the NPI for it. Is North Pole Santa. Right? Like, right? Little inspiration. And the other project I'm going to keep out in my great Joe Morton bag, love it so much, is I'm going to finally restart Stay True from With Thy Needle. I need to get this one restarted because it was an exclusive and I have such great memories associated with it. I need to restart it. So I'm going to restart it on this 40 count old sheep from X-Jude. Not perfect. So I'm definitely going to restart that in the next week, maybe even today. That's all my plans. See, not crazy, not crazy. I actually made some plans. Okay. I did plans. So let me show you another thing that I worked on. I am really like starting to feel the Halloween, all the Halloween vibes, even though it's 90 degrees. My brain just keeps turning to Halloween. I love sewing Halloween things, quilting Halloween things. I have the most Halloween quilted items of all holidays. And a few weeks ago, I had bought that great charm pack, Home Sweet Haunt. And I was like, I can't stand it no longer. I am making it into something, and then I'm going to have it quilted in time for Halloween. So I made a table runner this morning. And this is how it turned out. It's just a littler one. I want to put it on my new shelf in the living room. And I did a disappearing 9-patch pattern. I've never done that before. I didn't know you could do it with a charm pack. So this is how it turned out. And I didn't realize with a disappearing 9-patch, when you make your big 9 square blocks, that whatever block you put in the center of you have 3 squares, whichever block you put in the center is the one that's going to get chopped up really small. So I put my favorite block of this set in the center, and then they got hacked to bits. So it's all teeny tiny. I love the haunted house block. See if you can even see the house. See the haunted house block? I love it so much. And I was hoping it would be one of these big squares. So I really messed that up. I have like a yard of this one in the green. I'll have to find something else to do with it. So I've got a really cute table runner ready to take to my quilter. And I'm going to back it in this great orange houndstooth. It's going to look so good. I cannot wait. And I just was really in the quilting mood today, and I've already got started on another table runner. It's all just in pieces on the table right now, but it's Pumpkin Spice Gatherings from, who is it from? Pumpkin Spice Gatherings by Primitive Gatherings. So I've got that on the block. I'm not following a pattern. I'm just going to put the 5-inch squares in blocks of 4. And then I'm going to cut them in half diagonally and then put them together. And hopefully we end up with like a pinwheel looking block. I'm hearing children. I thought someone was crying. So we'll see how that turns out. And if I keep going today on it, or if I decide now I want to stitch. So that's that. Now I will show the bags that I'm going to post. I had all intentions to do these bags in July for Jolly July because they're Christmas themed bags. And then July just got away from me, just really got away from me. So it's Christmas bags in August. And I decided to do the bags in a different shape. Right now, the shape of bags that's really popular is like this shape where it's more tall and skinny, like a legal envelope. So I decided to try making these bags in that shape. And this is what they look like. So this is like the wintry, glittery Christmas theme. I did add some stitching around the zipper for these. The inside is the cross stitch fabric. They're Christmas, but they're not overtly like Christmas. I don't know. And I love the shape. I love the way they turned out. So I have some of those I will be listing. And also I did some more of the winter horses with the bright red zipper, and I added the stitching around the zipper, and I think it just makes it look so nice. I'm glad it takes more time, but I just love the way that it looks when you do that. So I've got the great winter horses bag, and the inside is the bells. And then the last Christmas option I have is this adorable gingerbread baking one with the matching like ribbon. And the inside is this bright green snowflake. I just love them. So I will be posting those on my D-Stash page on Wednesday. What's today? Today's Monday. So that gives you a few days to watch the video, and I'll do a little warning on my Instagram too. So I will be posting them Wednesday because I have 0 time Thursday to do it. So watch for those if you are interested in a bag. Okay, is that all the stitching related things? I believe so. Okay, we'll do a little bit of life and then we'll do shows. We have been running around like crazy. We've done multiple park gatherings with friends and lunches in the park with friends, and we've gone to the lake several times. And what else did we do? We had a birthday party we went to, and then on top of just regular, things, speech and piano and gymnastics. And I work now every other weekend, and it really takes a lot of chunk out of, the time that you have left. And work is getting better. I'm getting more comfortable there. It is really hard work, and I guess I started like at the most busy time you could start at this place. So I work at the U-Haul in the town near me, and it's a big college town. And this last 2 or 3 weeks has been move in, move out for the college kids. So summer session has ended and fall session is about to begin. So you've got the summer kids moving out and the fall kids moving in. And so they're renting all the trucks and they're renting all the trailers and they're using all the storage units, and it's chaos. It's pure chaos. But it's finally slowing down. I did work on Friday and it was really, really busy, but not as busy as like the previous weekend was. It's still bloody hot though. Holy moly. Working out in that heat is rough. And I'm not getting any more tan. So what am I getting out of this? So yeah, crazy, crazy life. It's just whatever. It's just only going to get more busy when school starts here in a few weeks. This week, what are our plans this week? Today's our only slow day. Tomorrow we have like doctor's appointments, and we're meeting my mom for our annual school shoe shopping afternoon. So we'll be doing that for school shoes. And then Wednesday we've got all the activities, and then Thursday we're going school supply and school clothes shopping with friends. So there's just gonna be me and moms and a herd of kids. All shopping, moms and herds of kids shopping together. We're gonna go do supplies, and then we'll go to the mall and do clothes, and it's just a lot. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday I work. So I don't know how much stitching I'll get the next few days. It's all right. It's all right. It's a season of life. Okay, shows that we've watched. We did finish Dark, which is the dubbed German show on Netflix. I'm glad it's finally done. I feel like they could have cut out a lot. At the end, it got to be a lot. I was really confused. Like, it was hard to keep track of the multiple timelines, the multiple worlds, the multiple ages of one character. Like, and then some of the characters had multiple names, but they were the same person. It was a lot to keep track of. So I probably would never watch that show again, but it was really interesting. And it was a good show. You just have to pay attention. You have to, or you're going to be so lost. And the way they wrapped it up was good. I thought, oh gosh, this is the problem with going 2 weeks. I thought I talked about Untamed. If I didn't talk about Untamed in my last one, Untamed is a limited series, or not limited series, but I think they're having another season. I'm not sure though. It's on Netflix with Eric Bana and I can't remember his name. I always call him Dr. Alan Grant from Jurassic Park. But it's got those two in it. It was so good. It was so, so good. I binged that show. I think I watched most of it in one day. It was fantastic. Really, really, really great show. And I didn't expect it to go the way it did. The end was very shocking. It was great, great show. And then, of course, we watched Happy Gilmore 2. We had to. Happy Gilmore is one of my favorite movies ever. I love Adam Sandler movies, though. So we had to watch Happy Gilmore 2. And, of course, it was cheesy. Of course, it was, like, doofy. But that's all of Adam Sandler's movies, except maybe Uncut Gems. I loved all the cameos, so many cameos. I loved like all the little, like homages to people or to the first movie. And oh my gosh, we laughed so hard. It was so funny. It was just like dumb, but it was funny. We really, really enjoyed it. Something about when Ben Stiller, who plays Hal, when he goes, "How's Grandma?" Made me laugh so hard because that's like one of my favorite things to say to people. Oh, your fingers hurt? Well, now your back is gonna hurt because you just pulled landscaping duty. I say that to my husband all the time. Okay, and then I finished The Last Kingdom, my rewatch, for like the 100th time. Sob every time I bawl my head off. Love that show. And then we watched a whole bunch of episodes of this show on HBO called The Eye of the Storm. We love watching documentaries and things about tornadoes. Probably because it's something I'll never experience living here. We will never get tornadoes here. We get like weird little dust devils. Like we will never get a tornado here because of the mountains. And so watching like tornadoes is just so interesting and obviously devastating if you're in the area of a tornado, but it's really interesting to me. Same with like hurricanes, any kind of natural disasters like that. They're crazy to witness and watch. And so this show, every episode was kind of a different natural disaster, but all of the footage for the episodes was footage that people had taken on their cell phones, like on their own home cameras. And so I thought it was really interesting, a different perspective of these natural disasters. And then we watched Dracula, which is a 3-episode limited series on Netflix. I say 3-episode, but it's really like 3 movies because each episode's like an hour and a half. I think it came out last year around this time and I just never watched it. Loved the first episode, loved the second episode. Third episode's been pretty slow. It's like in the future, not in the future, but like in our time period, our time. And so I don't know, it's just not as like, I don't know. I haven't finished it because I'm just like, eh. But I love the first 2 episodes. And then I had a friend ask me to start watching Virgin River, which is a series on Netflix. She said it's like a kind of rom-com, cozy romance, kind of Hallmarky type show. So I started it. I'm only like 2 or 3 episodes in. It seems cute. Don't know if that's really what I'm into right now. I don't know, but I don't really have anything else to watch. I'm struggling with shows. So that is everything that I've watched. I can't think of anything else I need to discuss. I really hope that I can be back next week to give you an update on my whips and my sewing progress. Oh no, I wanted to show my Halloween things. I'm sorry. Holy crap. Almost forgot. I pulled all these out to show you guys. Okay. I thought it'd be fun to show all of my Halloween finishes that I need to fully finish this year to decorate with. I have a large pile. Okay. I forgot I wanted to do this. This is like the funnest part. Okay. So these are all Halloween fall things I want to finish to decorate with. I showed this more recently. This is Luminous Fiber Arts Halloween Parade. I'm going to turn this into a cute little pillow. I have some really cute black lace. Be fun. And then this was a finish. Maybe I should put it on a board. I finished earlier this year. Ow, my hand. This is George Decorates for Martha from Plum Street Samplers. What was I saying? 30, this stitched on Needle Bling Designs. Shrike's Tan with all the called fors, except I did change the flag colors. So I really need to take this into Hobby Lobby and get a frame for it. So there's that one. I'm gonna get all wrinkled. Okay, this one I just showed in my last video. This was Shepherd's Bush. Here we go haunting. I'm going to turn this into a little pillow too. This is a big one. Okay, this isn't like overtly Halloween, but it is fall. She's a fall looking fairy. This is Tiger Lily from Nora Corbett. She does Mirabilia. I think she was the last one I stitched. And this was a while ago. Look how fall she is. She needs a frame to be out for fall. So she's pretty. Look at all her beads. So pretty. Okay, so there's Tiger Lily. Oh my gosh, this is hard to keep all of this straight. Oh, another Mirabilia. Actually, this is a Nora Corbett again. Something is wrong with my knuckles on my right hand, right here. These 2 knuckles. I cannot squeeze anything for the life of me. It hurts so bad. I don't know what's wrong with it. Okay, so this is... I don't think this one's called Trick or Treat Fairy. I think she has another one that's called Trick or Treat Fairy. I cannot remember what this one is called. But she's cute. She's so pretty. I need to get her in a frame too so I can display them for Halloween. Yeah, look at her pretty sparkly Kreinekin beads. I love those pumpkins too. Isn't she cute? Okay. Let's see. And then I have this. I don't know how I'm going to finish this one because it's so long and big. Maybe a long skinny pillow. This is a Cricut collection, I believe. I stitched this about 85,000 years ago. When I used to stitch on 28 count. Is this 28? Yeah, 28 count. Coffee tea dyed Monaco. I stitched this in hand too. Isn't that crazy? Crosses don't look terrible for being in hand. They don't look great either. I think I forgot the bird's beak too. I think he's supposed to have a beak. And I forgot the bat's legs. I was just like, it's done. Didn't do any of the back stitch. Oh my gosh. I did some of the back stitch, but apparently I was just like forgot about that poor little bat in his legs. So I need to do something with that one. It's only been sitting in my finish bucket for like 5 years or more. I have this teeny tiny little, I don't even remember. I think it's a heart and hand. Little round thing I need to do something with. I don't know. Teeny and round. Don't really know what to do with it, but it is cute. And then I finished this one last year. This is another shepherd's bush called Fear Not. I love this one. I thought I originally wanted to get it framed, but they won't make a frame this small at Hobby Lobby. So I thought I could just turn both of these into cute pillows and put them together in a little bowl. They'd be really cute together. I stitched this one last year. I can't remember its name. Harriet? I don't remember. Look how cute she is. I love it. This is stitched on 36 count Milk and Honey from Fiber on a Whim. Gonna be a big pillow. I love her pumpkin head. So I need to get that one done too. Lots of pillows coming to you. This I finished a while ago. I still need to finish this section because it was before I decided to do the borders all the way across. This is the autumn chart from the Seasons of the Heart with a Needle and Thread book. I need to figure out which colors I used in that border and finish it. So I need to leave that out. And then my last fall piece is I Love Fall Most of All from With Thy Needle and Thread, stitched with the called for on, this is a 36 count Picture This Plus. Maybe it's a 32 count Picture This Plus, but I really can't remember. I can't remember what it is. I'm trying to remember. I can't. It's not Legacy. I don't remember, but it's cute. It'll make a really cute pillow. Lots of pillows. So there we go. Now that's everything finally. All my little Halloween finishes that I'm going to hopefully get finished the next month. It'll be a pillow making frenzy around here. Okay, now that's officially everything that I have to show and share. And I will hope to see you next week and enjoy all the stitching you can this week. And I'll see you next time. Bye.